ride. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glow?
Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Tennessee Titans. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready, break. Topper, topper. Watch the flat, watch the flat. Hey, you. Watch the flat, motion, pop. Out, 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 out.
On first down, Tannehill. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Crunch. Check.
On second down, it's Evans. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4.
Wahoo! Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. You ain't doing nothing today.
Just beating the play clock now. It's Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They will run for the first time here with White. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, Foxtrot.
From the 30 on second down, Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, high 7. I got you, son.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, Their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Come on, fellas. The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Here's Tannehill. He completes it to Evans. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give them 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now first and 10.
Watch 98. 98's Mike.
Woo-hoo. Get it.
Tannehill. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
198. Watch 98. 98's Mike. Rabbit. 198. Watch 98.
Here's Tannehill. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see.
Smooth.
198. Watch 98. 98's Mike.
I got one.
198. Watch 98. 98's Mike.
You draw quarters. Now.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. He's at the 50. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Always fun to watch a big boy pick it up and go. He may need a little oxygen on it. He may need a lot of oxygen on the sideline.
Not only that, how about you and me trying to balance ourselves up here because you can feel the shaking all the way up to the booth. That big guy trying to get it to the house.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down.
230.
Watching you grind. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Big ass.
Under 10. 10. Nicholas, 66.
He's coming, double up.
Hey, alert.
55.
Hey, Delta.
Come on.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. Block 80. Exit.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Converge. Mike, 55.
Block it.
3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Watch the pass.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. And this is caught by Evans. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Bring it. 2 times. Alert.
Hey, Alpha.
Bring it. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Let's go, defense.
To throw is Tannehill. Buying time is left. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Bud Dupree make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Watch 98.
Hey.
Tannehill now to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
24. 58, come on. It's our time. It's our time.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Harold Landry providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. Returnable here from the 38. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
198. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Check. 198.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0.
14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
First down, here's White. Daquan Jones in on the tackle there.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go.
On second down now, it's White. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
They'll run on first down. White. Now White lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football.
Now, go.
Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here now is second and 10, again from the 41.
198. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. We own it.
We own them.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Ready?
Tannehill. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Watch the slant. Watch the hit it.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
You better be afraid of me. Monday. You better be afraid of me.
Hey, watch it. Watch it.
22, 44.
58. Come on.
Hey, wahoo.
Come on. Watch the run. Watch the run. 58. Right over there. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
Now Roethlisberger. He'll get this one to Switzer. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Hey, Foxtrot.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
King.
Roethlisberger. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, high 7.
That's not good. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go, 58 is the mic. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. 23 yards on the play. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Let's get it. 58, come on.
Jack 16.
58, come on. All day, every day, any day.
Go, go.
Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go. 58, boys, 58.
Black, what's that?
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. That's complete to White. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 27-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
58 to Mike. I know he ain't got it. 58 to Mike.
Easy.
58 to Mike.
Hey, Steve 6. Watch.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Open man is Schweitzer, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Boswell's kick is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
That's fielded in the end zone. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy?
Middle.
Give me something. Here we go. 58 to Mike, 58.
44.
Let's go one more.
On 2nd and 12, Roethlisberger looking for White on the deep ball. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Alert.
Mike, 58, right there. You got to get the ball, G.
Hey, echo. No spacing.
58 is Mike. I'm here all day.
50.
58 is a Mike. Go 58 is a Mike.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. Taken in at the 22. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 34. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
Hey, Delta.
198. Watch 98. 98's the mic. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. 198. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Man.
Army.
Keep it.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And this one complete to Smith. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First and goal at your 4-yard line.
Tighten up.
Protein spill. Look at me. Zipper. Now.
They'll try the left side. Evans. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Recon, 132 fighter. Shoot.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Evans. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Titans 21. Steelers.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. His throw incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, 58's the mic. Well, 58's the mic. Right here. 58's the mic.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 55 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. running out of the gun with White. About 3 yards there to the 27. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
58, boys, 58, Mike. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Roethlisberger will throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Here's Roethlisberger, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but